Hi folks, Wingman checking in. Today in the project we're going to be showcasing a knife, the Cold Steel Gurkha Kukri. We're going to do a stump top review. First thing on this stump top review, let's talk about the weight of the knife. The knife weighs in at 22 ounces and it's fairly well balanced. I think that has a lot to do with the belly of the blade being out here. It just feels really good in the hand. Now the knife is an overall length of 17 inches long. The blade length is 12 inches long. The blade is made out of SK5 steel, and that's equivalent to 1080 high carbon steel here in the United States. And it has a Rockwell rating of 65. Now, the knife weighs in at 22 ounces, so it's a pretty hefty beast out here. The handle's made out of Kraton. Feels really good in the hand, has a nice grip, and the dimpling that they put on here, I mean, you have a really good purchase on that knife. I don't see it slipping out of your hand. This is a friend's knife. If it was mine, I would recommend maybe putting in a lanyard and you could put it around your wrist to make sure you don't drop the knife for any reason. Now it comes with a sheath, which is right here on my belt, and it's basically a injection molded plastic that they call Secure-X. Let's cut away and let's see what the knife can do chopping and doing some cutting out here. Let's take a moment to look at the sheath on this. It's made out of an injected molded plastic, I gather. Has a nice drain hole in the bottom. I don't know if it focuses in on that or not. And it retains the kukri pretty well in there. So for the money, it's not that bad. It has fasteners where you could reconfigure this. If you don't want to carry it upright, you could carry it sideways, maybe behind your back, or you could pull it out, almost like a Tom Brown tracker type of setup. So this is a quick overview of the sheath. Let's go on to the next phase in the review. We're going to try it on an old piece of dead oak. That's some tough wood, and I mean, it's cutting through it pretty good. It's a pretty big piece. It's probably about 6 inches in diameter. We're gonna try it out on some tree limbs. Okay, we have a dead piece of pine here we're gonna try it out on. Like butter, just goes right through that. Make quick work of that pine tree. You got to find the sweet spot on this kukri, and I'm finding that right in this area here is the sweetest spot for getting the best chop. Well, now let's see how the kukri does. Say we're doing some bushcrafting and we have to make a tent stake for a tarp. Now for some final thoughts on this cold steel kukri. First off, I would consider this the brawny man of knives. Weighing in at 22 ounces, it just feels really good in the hand and it's well balanced. The Kraton grip didn't slip at all, felt really good as I was cutting and hacking through tree branches and logs. With that said, remember, I've always said that knives are like pizza, and everybody likes different toppings on their pizza. Is this the one knife that's going to do everything? Obviously, no. It works really well for what it's designed for chopping. As far as bushcraft duties, I don't know if I would use it for bushcraft duties. There's other great knives out there. But as far as in the jungles of Asia, South America, clearing brush, clearing shrubs, this thing would do the job very easy. And with that SK5 steel, I mean, it holds an edge really well, and it's still holding an edge well. As far as doing some of the small bushcraft duties, I don't know if I would make a bow drill set out of it. I probably could, but there's other knives that would do a great job. A Mora knife. You know, my SE RC4 is another great knife just off the top of my head that I could think of that would do those jobs very well. In regards to chopping, this thing's a stud. It just clears tree limbs and it cut right through that pine really well. So the final thoughts. Would I recommend the cold steel kukri to my viewers? The answer would be, if you are a knife fanatic like I am and you love collecting, then yeah, I would add this to my arsenal of knives that I would have in my collection. If I was on a budget and I was looking for one knife, I would probably pass on this. This is more of a novelty for folks, I believe, in my humble opinion. This may start some bad comments, I don't know. But this is just one man's opinion of using this knife in North America, whether it's bushcraft, campcraft. I would say it's a fun knife to have out there to use, but I wouldn't use it for campcraft or bushcraft duties. Self-defense option, zombie apocalypse, yeah. Walking Dead situation, this would be the go-to knife. Has enough weight, has enough forward momentum. Definitely self-defense capabilities off the chart. And that's our final thoughts with Wingman. As always, thanks for watching. Folks, until the next video, see you around.